Hi, crafty friends. I am going live a lot later than I thought I would be today because I was learning how to make these, and I thought I better know how to make them before I try to show anyone how to make them. And I'm so glad, although um, it would have been funny if I would have been live while I was making them because many cuss words were said. And I'll explain what happened as I kind of go further into the process of what I did. Um, so I bought on Amazon these adorable, so cute, little sublimation blanks for I think 100 for something like $25. I'm doing a craft show this weekend, so I am planning to sell them. It's like a little holiday craft show, so there are lots of little small dollar items, and these are really good sellers. I think I'm planning to sell them for about $8 maybe. Um, maybe 6 or 7. I think they're really cute, and I kind of added on these little tassels. It actually all comes together as one kit. So I also made them double-sided. So kind of a lot of work does go into them. I'm debating. I'll update what I sold them for. But yes. So it's a really cute way to make a few different designs. All at a time. So I made 12 at a time. And so, this one, I think it comes out reverse. I'm not sure. Coffee's my love language. We rise by lifting others. She is strong. So they all kind of have like um, little motivational quotes. Nothing works unless you do. So anyway, I put those aside. Ooh, sorry about all the noise. And again, I apologize for any background noise you hear because my kids are here with me and my husband is downstairs playing Halo. So um, I am going to go ahead and start designing and show you what I did. So I used Silhouette Studio. My husband asked me a great question. He asked me if you have to use Silhouette Studio, and I said no, you don't. You can use any software. There are free softwares out there like Inkscape and several others. I use Silhouette Studio because it is also free for the basic edition, and you can do everything that I'm doing here in Silhouette Studio, but I used Silhouette because I already have it, and it works great for this. So the way that I started designing these is, of course, I measured. So they come like this, and it's a little white blank on both sides, and I used my little quilting ruler and measured, and so it is, 2 by 2. And what I did was go ahead and in Silhouette Studio, I drew a circle that measured 2 by 2. Just like in one of my previous videos, so that I could drag the design over. Sorry, I know this is like only kind of recording my screen. But basically what I did was I bought a quote bundle on designbundles.net, and I will go ahead and link to it in the description below. And it had a ton of quotes. And so what I decided to do was to just go ahead and pick a few designs that I liked, and as you drag them over to Silhouette Studio, it will kind of fit them into that 2-inch circle that you create. And there's one other one that I wanted to add. Oh, it's this one right here. It's Always Be Kind. It's very cute. It's a little bee. And so I could go ahead and do something in depth more if people want to see the design process, but it's really straightforward. I went ahead and I drew one 2-inch circle, and I sized it correctly. Then I just went over here to the multiply window and asked it to fill the page. So from here, after it fills my letter size page, I go ahead and print out 2 copies because I want 1 copy for the front, 1 copy for the back. That's the way I was doing it, and it seemed to work out well. So I am going to go ahead and print those. And so while that is printing, it's going to come out of my sublimation printer. These have, I think I'm only going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm only going to do 6 because it takes a long time. These have this little plastic coating that you need to take off of the front and the back. And if you buy these on Amazon, I'm going to post the link. If you buy these, just know that they have hang on, I'll show you. See, you have to peel off the plastic coating. Try not to touch it so you don't get your finger oils all on the sublimation side. And it's like almost, you really can't tell the difference. What happened to me on the first go around was that I forgot to peel off the plastic off the second side, so it was really messy and like kind of, it did sub onto the back of it, but it was like sticky and I could barely get the plastic off. It wasn't a disaster. What happened, like I didn't have to throw them away. What happened is, so this is like the front of one. It's not too bad. And then, but the back came out like blurry. So I'm surprised that it did go all the way through the plastic. But it did not look as nice. So that's why I'm going to sell those in person where people can see and I can kind of explain what happened and kind of just explain that there's a front and a back. And so there's number 3. So yes, be careful, and just don't do what I did and stick a sticky note or something to yourself that says, don't forget to take the plastic off the back of the little keychain, because you will be so mad at yourself just like I was. So there's 4 of them. And so, yeah, surprisingly, I was able to just tape them down with my little handy dandy tape dispenser. And everything worked out great. So there's number 5. Oh, it's got like some weird stuff on it. Huh, okay, we'll see how that sublimates. Okay, and then just taking these. It's still printing, so I'll just keep peeling. So I wish I had some friends watching. I'd love to ask you guys questions. I wonder if there's anybody else that goes live while they're doing sublimation. The fun thing about these projects is that you can, I mean, I did 12 at a time, which was pretty impressive. You know, it's a project kind of thing that you can get a lot done pretty quickly in a good amount of quantity. So if you do make stuff for craft shows or local pop-up shops or even things that you want to wholesale out to other people, it's kind of cool because it's not very time consuming. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got almost 10 peeled, and so it's not taking me as long as I thought it would. I know it's kind of boring to see someone just standing there, just doing things and not actually like printing on something. But, oh, there it goes. Just came out. Okay, so here are all my designs, all 12 on one page. And so you can, I don't know if you can also see that it's mirrored. I've got my printer settings set up to print mirrored automatically, and it's really handy because I don't have to think about it, but sublimation does have to be mirrored, just like if you did heat transfer vinyl or something like that. Okay, so I'm going to do 6 at a time. So basically what I'm doing is just centering them as best as I can. Again, you can't really see the other side, but now that I've done this a few times, I kind of get the gist of where the circle should go. And so, oh, that's not the best angle here. Let's do this and bring my tape down here. This is my little tape dispenser that is from Amazon, and basically what happens when you turn this is it pre-cuts segments of the heat resistant tape for you. So it's kind of cool because it's a time saver. And yeah, like I said, what I'm doing is now like trying to center these as best as I can on here, so that I can press them. And the way that I tape these is like this, like a little Y shape. So I tape them on like a little Y. I've got a couple more. Hey, buddy. I'm gonna do some.
Which one are you doing?
I'm doing some keychains.
No, I mean, what's on the other side of those?
Ah, you'll see when I finish pressing them.
Mom.
Yes, my love.
You said you will do other ones, the Batman one, tomorrow.
Yes, I'm waiting for more coasters to come in. So my son was on my other live with me, and he really wanted me to do this Batman coaster, but unfortunately I ran out of coasters. I did them all, and so he has to wait for them to come in now. So, a Y shape here. And that's it. I'm on the last one. So, again, this is going to make 6 keychains pretty quickly. And you don't have to sublimate the back if you don't want to. I just think it kind of gives it like a really nice finished look. But it's totally up to you. And, alright. So here's what that looks like. And we're going to go over to the heat press. Oh, of course, I dropped stuff. Alright, let's turn us around. That is my swing away heat press. And I don't really have anything too fancy set up, just a couple pieces of parchment paper. That is a piece of cotton fabric underneath too, because when I subbed the other side, I realized I didn't want it to scorch. And so I was trying to kind of protect it, and it seemed fine. So this is going to go for 45 seconds. We've got that going. And then I'm going to see if I can peel 2 more of these. Oh, that is messy back there. Yeah. It's funny because my husband asked if people with silhouette with silhouette machines would be into sublimation. And I said, I think crafty people are into everything pretty much. I don't know if anybody else is like me, but lots of interests and hobbies that kind of go in all directions sometimes. The good thing is that my family gets to benefit from it because I'm constantly making tester things for them. So there's the heat press. Let's turn that off. This off. can't wait to show you. It's adorable. Alright, let's go down here a little bit. Okay, so these come out so hot. You really have to be careful. They do make heat-resistant gloves. But of course, I just grab them. And then that's how that comes out. It's really cute. It says, aim higher, dream bigger. So what I do is just peel them all off. Let them cool off for a second. Nothing works. Nothing will work unless you do. We rise by lifting others. This one's cute. It says, you got this. And the heat-resistant tape really does not leave any residue. It's just kind of nice, and it's designed for this, so it's easy to use. And this one's always be, oh, there you go, it's crooked. Always be kind. That one was a little hard to center, but it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. I think people appreciate handmade things, even if they're not perfect. This one says, talk murder with me. True crime. Oh my gosh, is anybody a true crime, like, podcast junkie? My mom is, and it's pretty funny to, like, hear her talking about all these, like, true crime podcasts that she listens to. Okay, so as I was talking, my other sublimation side came out. I'm going to cut that in half because I'm going to make these double-sided, like I said. And I am not going to forget this time to take the plastic off the other side because, again, that's what I did the first time, and it was such a mess. I'm like so mad at myself that I forgot to take the plastic off the other side. So let's just go down there so you can see what I'm gonna do. And I wonder, right, number 3. And I don't stress out too much about making these perfect. Again, it is hard to see, like, where exactly you're positioning it on the paper. You could make it a little bit bigger, like an oversized design, instead of 2 inches exactly. Which maybe I'll try, like something that takes up the entire circle. But in this case, I thought it would be cute to kind of try to center everything. But we'll see how, you know, I'm flexible. Okay. So I took all of the plastics off the other side. And then I'm just going to do the same thing. Just tape it back down, kind of in that little Y shape, with the white side down. Do my best to center it. And just tape right on top of the side that we just sublimated. And the reason I know that's going to be okay is because I already did it once and it was okay. There was no residue on the sublimated side, so we were fine. So let's do that. Aim higher, dream bigger. It's kind of cool because you can sort of match up where the corners are and stuff once you've already done one side. And if there's any questions, just go ahead and type them in the chat box. I hope I'm talking loud enough. If there's any questions, put them in the chat box or in the comments, and it should pop up and let me answer them. But if you're just sitting in your craft room crafting at the same time as me, then hello, crafty friend. Alright, you got this. It's gonna go over here. And then, once these are sublimated, I will put together I'll show you how I put together the keychain, which takes like about another 2 seconds. And I even got my daughter to help me out doing it and she really enjoyed it. Hi, Lisa. Okay, so I got an Epson ET EcoTank 4800. So if you start looking at sublimation videos on YouTube, you will see that there are two popular printers. So there are Epson printers that people have purchased, like EcoTank printers, and you'll see that there are Sawgrass printers. And the Epson printers are less expensive, and instead of so thank you. So instead of buying a Sawgrass printer is about $500 or something, instead I got an EcoTank, which I just put sublimation ink into, and I bought the ink off Amazon. The ink was about $20 for the whole set, and the printer was, I think I paid $279. I did get a little bit more expensive Epson printer because it had some other features that I wanted, like a scanner. The most basic one does not have like a scanner feature, and so you could get like one for like $199, where the Sawgrass sublimation printer is a bigger investment with ink and stuff. And there's tons of videos online on how to make it a sublimation printer, which is super easy, and you literally just put the same ink for the printer, the sublimation ink. You just put it into the tank instead of the regular Epson ink, and it just goes right in here into this tank. This lid opens up, and you just fill up those tanks. So I hope that that's helpful. And the other question about taping them just right on like that, no, it doesn't hurt anything because I've already done another set like that. And so this is how the other one looks. And then basically I put it on my heat press with the paper side up and just cover it with the parchment. Let me do the same process. Oh, you're from upstate New York. That's so cool. I have been to upstate New York twice. Once in January, and it was crazy. Crazy cold, I mean. And once in May for the tulip festivals. And that was, I think it was Mother's Day weekend. And it was beautiful. It was so nice upstate New York. And I have some friends that have like a rental property up there on a lake in Oswego is where they have their like summer house on the lake. And yeah, the part that I went to was Albany, and that was with a friend a long time ago. And yeah, in the spring it's beautiful, but the winter is definitely not something that I could handle. I'm from South Florida, so we're used to super warm weather here. All right, so that's out, and I'll show you. See, the tape just comes right off. There's no residue or anything. And then the other side. So these are double-sided. They're super hot. So you do. I do have these like heat gloves that I got from Amazon, but I got them more for the tumblers that I'm doing. Except I don't have any more tumblers with me. I made them all already, and I'm just waiting for the rest to come. I think they're going to be here on Thursday. Oh, this Always Be Kind came out much more centered, so we'll make that one the front. So, yeah, here's how Always Be Kind came out. And then there's the other one that came off kind of off-center. So that one will be the back. And then here is the Talk Murder With Me. So they both look really, I wish my front-facing camera was like a little bit more high quality because I'm just using my phone. But it comes out really nice and sharp. Plug my charger in there. And so my other lives like took maybe like 13, 15 minutes. Here's the We Rise by Lifting Others. This one took a little bit longer, but again, I made 6 things at a time. And also kind of the time it takes to print, because I make it print like super high quality. Takes a little bit longer, but so that's the blanks done, and then you just throw away the sublimation paper once you've pressed it. What I want to show you also is how I make them. Yeah, I have a Cameo. I have the Cameo 4, which is what's back right behind me, over the sewing machine. If you like can, my husband's like, how do you get anything? How do I get anything done? I don't have a lot of space up here. I'm in my little like attic slash laundry, and so I don't have a ton of space. So what I did was I kind of have this little box that I got from Hobby Lobby, and so I threw all of the little. They came with tassels, and it came with like these plastic things, and then the keychain, the lobster clasps I already had. So basically, I just threw everything into my little tackle box so that I could kind of just pull stuff out of there. So this, like this aim higher, I'm going to use purple. And then I use these little jewelry pliers because I have long nails right now and I'm not able to. So I just throw that on there. I put a keychain on it. My other pliers. And close it up. Then you get this little, the plastic part. And you just put it onto the keychain. And you squeeze it. It has kind of like a little pointed end that goes in. So this is what it ends up looking like, and it's super cute. You can either leave it as a keychain or you can add the lobster clasp on it, which is what I like to do because I like to give people the option to either use it as like a purse charm or some type of like lanyard charm or something. And the lobster clasps are really cheap on Amazon, so you can do something like that. So again, I'm planning to sell these, I think, for about $8. So it kind of works out to like a good little profit for just, you know, not too long, something that you have to work on. And again, I will post like the quotes bundle that I got on the link in the description once the live ends, because I got it for I think $1 on design bundles, like $1 Black Friday sale. Like I just got these, and it's a ton of quotes that give you commercial use. I don't know if anybody's ever bought anything from design bundles before, but that is where I buy all of my files for all of this stuff. They do sublimation files, they have SVG files. my setup's a little more organized. I don't know about that. I have everything like on rolling carts. So that cart back there rolls, this one rolls, and then the heat press one rolls. It's because I really like I find myself shifting things around often. The only thing that doesn't move is this table that I'm working on right now, which is where my sewing machine is at. And the printer and the computer are on that too. So yeah. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish putting these together. Like I'm picking the tassel some people pick like complementing tassel colors. I don't know. I can't. I'm not that creative. Like I end up picking tassels that just match. But maybe one day I'll get like really creative with it. But it does add a cute little like touch when you just add a little charm, or another good place to get these little charms. I end up buying these when they're on sale. Like I just stock up. These are like little jewelry charms. I get them at Hobby Lobby, and sometimes they're like they sell them like a multi-pack, and they are half off, and they're really good prices. And it just adds like a really cute little touch to any keychain or anything that you make. So yeah, they start looking really, really cute. I'll show you all of them at once as soon as I'm done there. And I clear off some space. I use my nails to do this. My nail lady would not be happy. She says, your nails are jewels, not tools. So I don't know if anybody else's nail lady gets mad when you, like, do things you're not supposed to. But she knows she has a crafter. I think, yeah, we'll do light blue. Yeah, totally take advantage of things on sale. The only problem with taking advantage of things on sale is that you end up stocking up on everything and you don't really know when you're going to use it again. So that happens to me. I'm sure it happens to everybody. But yes, there's been times where I, like, some of these little tackle boxes that I have stuff stored in, I mean, I'll stock up on keychains and, like, things that I just don't know. I know I'm going to use them eventually. Like these lobster clasps, I bought like 150 of them at once just because they were such a good price. But yeah, eventually I knew I was going to use them. So I don't know. Lisa, do you prefer working with, like, adhesive vinyl or heat transfer? Do you have a preference, or do you just do a little bit of everything? I find myself, like, working on demand. Like, whatever people need me to volunteer for and do is what I end up like, oh, I forgot how much I love working with heat transfer or making shirts. Just recently, my second grader had field day, and the teacher didn't place a shirt order on time, and so I found myself making 25 field day shirts, like Star Wars theme. It had been a while since I had to make stuff like that for school, but it was cute. It's like sweet when the kids are all wearing your stuff. So I really like this one. The little bee. I put a gold tassel on it. Always be kind. That's cute. I have a friend that's really into bee things. And so for her birthdays and holidays, I always buy her, like, bee-themed gifts. I wonder if she's sick of it yet. I don't know, I'll have to ask her. That's it. I did them all. I did all 6 of them. So let me show you what I've got. So that's how they all look. So you've got this. Oh, I missed one. I'll show you how I packaged them. I had to ask my husband for his opinion because I wasn't sure which packaging looked better, but he did like this one better, which is kind of, these are little, like, 3.5 adhesive, 3.5 by 5 adhesive poly bags, and then basically I just fold it in half since there's enough space, and then that's it. It's packaged safely. So yeah, that's how I do these, and it's such a fast, easy sublimation project to do. I hope it was helpful, and just let me know if you have any other questions about sublimation, if you want to just message me or leave a comment. I'm trying to go live every day this week with a different project because I'm kind of gearing up for a craft show that I'm doing on Saturday, and so I thought it would be fun to just kind of document that process. And so, yeah, thank you for hanging out with me while I made some keychains. I hope you have a great night.